Mark, do you want to talk us through the game, or do you want to sing Sweet Caroline?
Listen, the lads have done that since the League One campaign. I think, in fact, aside from Neil Diamond, I think that we are the first team that started to sing it. So, other than that, it's something that they've done and they will carry on doing. I think, the energy was good after the game. I think in the game when we started off and we were it wasn't great, it was sloppy. But with the injuries we've had, I've given them time off after the Preston game just to try and get our energy levels in there. But also there were some changes, and Ryan coming in for his first start, I thought he did really, really well. In a difficult place, could be hostile, but in fact we did enough in the game to cause them problems and took the opening goal deservedly, I think. They didn't really cause us too many headaches. We know how they were trying to play, and they were trying to turn us in behind and make things very difficult for us. But I think we've got some good players, and I think it's just a shame that they lack a bit of confidence. From our perspective, we just looked a little bit like we got sucked into that type of mindset, and we just wanted to step things up a little bit. If we could step that up 10, 15, 20%. We could have stepped it up 50%. We spoke about it at half time as well. But you sort of go in. We could give these a leg up in this game if we're not careful. The fact that we took the lead was really important, as it always is. But the second half, we managed to get some openings, create more openings when they were trying to get. They make changes and they tried to get further forward to get an equaliser in the first place. But it opens spaces up, and when you do that for the plays that we've got, Vic ends up with 2 goals. Gustavo's chipped in with 1, and Tyler gets his first goal for a long time. So nothing more than we deserved, I don't think. I think we deserved the 3 points, and in the end, it wasn't a bad performance at all, backed by a brilliantly vocal crowd.
When did you decide Ryan Howley was going to be the answer to your injury problems?
Friday morning, really, before press. So it was nothing to do with Clive. All right, sorry, Clive, but it was something that I decided to do. I was going to start a different way, but changed my mind because it didn't feel right. It wasn't going to look right, I don't think. But ultimately, it turned out pretty well, and then it gives him that confidence, and also the bit of experience in what it's like to play away from home in a really difficult environment. When you're playing against Jonathan Hogg and the players that they've got in midfield, it was always going to be a big ask for him. But I thought he stood up to everything really well. He won some really important headers. He was really tidy with his feet. He's just got to get that confidence from the experience. So I think he's delighted. He's just done a speech in the dressing room, so got battered for it. But it's brilliant. I'm delighted for him. But he deserves it, because really he should have been out on loan somewhere. We've not been able to let him go out on loan, so he deserves it. He deserves his opportunity, and he's been part of a really good win. So yeah, good experience for him.
I think we're going to give him an opportunity to make more of that speech as well. I'll talk to him after the game. Frankie Dabo came back into the side, and again, I think that was one of his best performances this season. Yeah,
I thought he was really good. Everything that was asked of him, he did well, both defensively and in possession. There was some really good play from him. I think that we know what he's capable of. He's just been blighted by injury, and I'm just pleased for him that he's had a really good positive performance today, along with the others that have played. I think right from Ben to Victor up front, and the lads that came on, they've all played a major part, with Sean Maguire coming in and being really neat and tidy on the ball, and getting us moving forward as well. It opened things up. So yeah, really good performance.
Yeah, I couldn't have asked for much more, to be honest. 4-0 away from home, clean sheet, all round good performance. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for much more.
Did the manager say anything to you specifically before you went out there?
No, he just said don't be fearless and do what he knows I can do, and just play my normal game. So yeah, that really helped.
And when did you find out?
Yesterday before training, when he ripped the team up. He's right in the midfield, and then he put Howley up. So yeah, just there and then.
So he hadn't even had a particular word with you, taking you to one side. It was just you're finding out pretty much with everyone else.
Yeah, I think everyone found out at the same time. So yeah, he spoke to me afterwards though. So yeah, it was good.
So how do you think the game panned out for you?
Yeah, we played well. I think to score 4 goals away from home against any side's top draw. So yeah, to do that and then Vic getting 2 as well was top form. It's a good performance.
And you were certainly in the thick of things in the first half.
Yeah, I managed to get a little nick on the ball in behind for the first goal, which I was pleased with. You know, and then I was up there with Vic, I think maybe it's the 3rd goal, I think it was. So yeah, good to get up and around in the goals. Not get a goal today, but yeah, it was good to be up there.
You were a dirty player. You got a yellow card.
No, it's not my normal game, but you know, a few of the lads said, you know, do a big challenge early, and I did that, but I didn't mean to get the yellow, so yeah, just one of them.
How does that sort of like play on your mind? Because it was sort of like midway through the first half, wasn't it? So it was relatively early on still, knowing that you're kind of walking a tightrope.
Not really, to be honest. I knew AD spoke to me at half time. He said just keep getting up to people, but just be careful. So you know, it was just staying level-headed, and when I did get there, just be careful around the challenges.
Yeah, because the manager said that, you know, potentially you could have gone out on a loan in January, but you were obviously kept in the building.
Yeah, that was something that was sort of in the works, but you know, it never really happened. And you know, the gaffer pulled me to one side and he spoke to me and just said we might need you. So, and obviously he did need me today, and I was there to hopefully help the team.
Because you actually made your breakthrough last year, didn't you? You had a start in the League Cup and a bit of Championship experience as well, I think, away at Forest.
Yeah, so my first start was Northampton at the start of last year in the Cup, and I got, I think it was 5-10 minutes I get away at Forest, you know, a top team. And I've just been waiting for my chance again since then. I had a couple of minutes away at home to Bristol at Burton in the Cup at the start of this season. Then, you know, we've been doing so well this season, especially since the international break. So I've just been waiting, training with the lads, and I got that chance today.
It's taken you a season and a half, but finally a winning side that you've been in.
Yeah, I was aware of that. I was thinking that before the game, play 3 times 3 losses, but you know, the form the lads are in today, I was quite hopeful for a win, and we got it quite comfortably.
We've mentioned the fans. Were there any additional people coming up because they knew Ryan Howley was going to be making his first league start?
Yeah, I told my family, I got them a few tickets. My mates tried to come up today, but you know, obviously the Cov fans sold out, so it was difficult for them, but they're all supporting, watching through iFollow, I think it was. So yeah.
3 points off the playoffs with I think it's 11 games to go. Coventry, they're in the mix, aren't they?
Yeah, very much so. The lads, there's so much quality in this team, and people have spoke about the running that we've got. So there's every opportunity there for us to go and get the playoffs, and we think we can do it.
Fantastic. Well, that was a great speech. I understand you did do one previously. Was that in front of the dressing room?
Yeah, it was just a quick one after the gaffer and AD had finished speaking. It was only a short few words. So yeah, then we got singing.
Are you allowed to tell us what you said? Is it clean?
Yeah, it's clean. Yeah, it's just, you know, happy to get the 3 points, and it was a good win really.